users instead.
How big a deal is this, Biggie, the Zuckerberg change at Facebook?
It just means your aunt can post her stuff that's wrong again without it being like, this might not be true.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But has that been a case ever that they've gone through and gotten rid of it?
Not gotten rid of it, but it'll say, you might want to fact check this story.
I see.
So now, your crazy uncle who posts things that aren't true can go back to just doing it.
Mm-hmm. I use Facebook. Kelly, you're not on it much, and I know Biggie sometimes is too. But I've never seen any, and I've seen plenty of misinformation on there, but I've never seen anything get flagged. Now, Twitter will sometimes do that. Sometimes somebody will post something on Twixter, or whatever it's called.
Yes. X.
And they'll say, and underneath it will say, here's some added context. But I've never seen it on the Facebook platform. I've never seen anything fact checked.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of BS.
We have, these are Zuckerberg's comments yesterday.
We're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system.
I can't have a take on this. I don't know it well enough to know if this is good, bad. I saw it was controversial.
Yeah.
So they said.
Yeah, I think people were mad at Facebook because they thought they were basically saying you're taking away my rights to post and anything I want, basically.
So now they're letting that
So
go.
it sounds
again?
like he may have made one side. He may have made the libs angry.
Taking away fact checkers?
Now,
Yes.
While the MAGAs were angry because when they were posting stuff, his
it was
fact checkers
getting
were pulling it
fact-checked.
down.
They're taking it down.
Or giving it notes.
Yes, because they were saying, well, it's just one-sided. You're not basically doing the same thing to the Democrats.
Says he's becoming more like Twitter. That's what he said.
I've always had, I've always been one, if you want to post it, post it. If something seems off, I'll go Google it and see.
But many don't. I mean, you could post something that's really damaging, especially if you're in power.
True.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
people do.
And I mean, I get it, but if you have a lot of power and you post something that's absolutely untrue, then it has terrible consequences, right? That's what he's
could. I mean, that's
what he's trying to get rid of.
But I mean, everybody who's in the tech world is what they call it bending the knee to Mr. Trump. Now that he's been reelected, Zuckerberg is giving millions of dollars to his inauguration. He's gone to visit him in Mar-a-Lago. Oh yeah, he's sucking up big time.
Oh yeah,
everybody's sucking up.
Yeah, they're all kissing the ring.
What?
Bezos has been
They're
there.
lining up
Zuckerberg.
at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
What happened? I thought they were all like against him there for a while.
You need them now.
My goodness, how the worm has turned.
Yeah.
You know what you were saying, and in general, I agree. It's like, why can't I just post what I want? But then does that allow like Russian
That's
bots?
what they say, yes.
That's a
Yeah,
real
of course.
problem, right?
Yeah.
And that leads us to
The fake accounts, you never know what's 100% real.
yeah.
And I know when you hate when I do this, but it does confuse older people sometimes.
How would it not confuse anyone?
Well, it also confuses the youth too, because that's where they say they get their news.
Right.
Yeah.
The
youth gets their news
Not
from
from
social,
Facebook.
No,
That's
from
an
social,
old-
on
social
Facebook.
media. Doesn't matter where. I mean, any one of these, a 25-year-old can become radicalized by something that's not real. Something that's completely fake. So what? But I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know which way works better.
No.
Yeah, I have no clue. And I think, of course, older people are confused. I think many ages are confused. The artificial intelligence that creates these kinds of things, you can create videos that are completely fake, but no clue how to get rid of it. I don't know if he's doing the right thing or not, but it sounds like I didn't know he was bowing at the knee of Mr. Trump either.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, big time. And he's also growing his hair out. Have you noticed?
I did notice.
It's a very unusual look. Because I'm so used to short hair Zuck.
Yeah, it's totally different.
But now he's kind of gone shaggy.
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked in good shape. Let's go to Kyle, who wanted to comment on Facebook and what they're doing. Kyle, go ahead.
Hey, fellas, P1 Kyle. So there was a time when Facebook was banning posts from periodicals like the New York Post for articles they were putting out on the Hunter Biden laptop and saying that was disinformation, which, came out to be at least somewhat true.
Right.
But yeah, they were banning certain stories at least for things that they just didn't think were it didn't fit their agenda or they didn't think were true.
I see. But if you do have, let's say, a Russian fake account spreading real misinformation, don't you have some? Do you have some? You need to take that down. You have some responsibility there.
Absolutely. I think they need to find some kind of balance, right, on something that's just pure disinformation and something that there at least was some kind of facts behind it and not doing enough due diligence to find it. But, yeah, there needs to be a balance.
Hard to do. I mean, there's so many members of Facebook. I don't really know how to do that. Thank you, Kyle. Joe, you wanted to comment on Facebook. Zuckerberg made this announcement yesterday. They're changing their policies. Go ahead, Joe.
Absolutely. They've definitely been removing things. So I was collecting conspiracy information, and I had a big zip file on Pizzagate, if you remember Pizzagate, of course. I'm not going to, one way or the other say what I believe on it, but I had a bunch of information. I sent it to my friend through Messenger in a zip file labeled Pizzagate. They, on the other end, they said, I didn't get it. It's not opening. So I renamed the file because they're definitely monitoring your messages. I renamed it to gatepizza.zip, and I send it to them, and Facebook says, nope, we blocked it. You're no longer allowed to send files through Messenger.
Really?
Did you go to Facebook jail?
Yes.
You're in Facebook jail. I don't know what Pizzagate is. I do not know. Do y'all know Pizzagate?
Yeah.
You know Pizzagate.
Yeah.
That's how out of it I am. What's Pizzagate?
I feel like
there's not enough time.
No.
Really?
I feel like that was his friend not wanting the files. I mean, we've all done that. I didn't get it.
I couldn't open it.
I couldn't open it, man.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, we've all done that to somebody.
I don't know Pizzagate. That's how I'm totally out of that world. I don't know it whatsoever. Would I be interested in it if I knew it?
No.
Oh, all right, I'm out. Okay. Is it right wing, left wing thing? Or is it?
It's almost beyond that.
Barbara, one more comment on Facebook. They changed the way they're policing it now yesterday with Mark Zuckerberg. Go ahead.
Well, my comment isn't necessarily about Facebook, but my son lives out in San Francisco, and he's a web page engineer for a small company. And I was asking him why all these Silicon Valley people are these tech people that own these companies are backing Trump now, and they did for his reelection. He said because they're a one-issue people. They don't care about anything else but their company.
Right.
And they want him to like them so they can continue to do what they do.
That is exactly right.
That's the oldest trick in the book.
Makes
in
perfect sense. I'm going to bow to
Curry
whoever,
favor with whoever's in power.
whoever's in power.
1,000%. Yeah.
Even though I'm sure they had been critical of Mr. Trump and removing things from his supporters, so now they are bowing to him. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
It's remarkable to see the parade.
It really is.
To Florida.
Well, when Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough, Joe, what's his name from? Is it Joe Scarborough? I couldn't believe that, and they got backlash for that when they did it. It's a stunner. It's a stunner.
I've seen where like CNN's getting backlash because they're saying they're being too nice to him.